Scarface, your boy Scarface. Welcome back to another episode. Thank you guys for every week joining in, tuning in to every episode, sending me messages, enjoying the TikTok clips. If you guys are watching this on Spotify or YouTube, please give us a 5-star or wherever. Thumbs up, share it, because it helps out the podcast a lot. So just whatever you guys can. And if you guys want to continue to support, we do sell pins. I know you guys see me with pins all the time. I have a couple of them right here. And I think I'm missing the Sleeping Goku, but we still have those. Link is in the bio. Also, those shirts, the Stepdaddy in Training, Pull Out Champ, Sucio Sucia, Step Mommy in Training, those are all linked in the bio. Shout out to everyone who continues to buy those. I appreciate y'all. But anyways, I wanted to get into today's episode because we have Valentine's Day coming up. And unfortunately, I have nobody to give a gift to this year. Or do I? But the reason I wanted to do this episode is because I was having a live the other day. Hold on, let me take a drink. I was having a live the other day. And the amount of people who jumped in who said that they don't get anything for Valentine's Day, Christmas, their birthday, was actually mind-blowing, and I felt really bad for them because that's not how it should be. And if I would hate it, or I would be upset if I found out that you guys are getting them gifts. You know what I mean? Like, they're not getting you shit, but you're getting them stuff. One girl said that her man said that flowers were for the dead. Come on. Why not give somebody flowers while they're alive, when they can see them, when they can appreciate them, when they can, be grateful for them? They ain't gonna see them when they dead. Come on now. I just felt bad because that's not how things should be. Like, for example, if I were to be dating somebody, I would not want them to be a shell of what they are. Meaning, like, I want them to be confident. I want them to feel sexy. Whatever they need to do to feel that, because I can't do it for them. Whatever's gonna make them feel confident and sexy, that's what I want you to do. Because you're a part of me and I'm a part of you. And I want people to look at me and her, be like, damn, like I can see why they're together. Not like, oh, I control my woman. I tell her this, she can't wear this, she can't do that. I don't get her gifts. No, like, I'm a king and I shall be treated like one. And she's a queen and she will be treated like one. Okay. And that's what I don't understand. Like, why would some of these guys or not do anything for the girl? You know what I mean? It's only a matter of time before you're going to separate apart. And then they wonder why. Hey, why it's not working out. It's because you're not doing the little things anymore. Yes, if you're with her, I understand. She should automatically know that you're her. She's your Valentine or whatever the case. But still being like, hey, for Valentine's Day, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And still get her shit. And depending on your financial situation, if you ain't doing so hot, roses don't cost that much money. They're like $3 or $4. Okay. One, I was at Walmart earlier getting some stuff to put these panels on the back. And I walked by, they had a shit ton of bouquets for $15. Like, if you ain't got $15, shoot me a message. I'll Venmo you the $15 so you can get your girls home. I'm not going to Venmo a girl to get herself flowers. No. Guys, what's up? Like, if you're financially struggling, reach out. Shit. Let me see if I can try to help you guys. Like, if I got it, I'll try to help people. But not getting them anything, like, you could do a note, something like a picnic. Again, depending on your financial situation, there's different things you can do. The worst thing you can do is nothing. Or say, oh, like, we don't do anything on Valentine's Day. No. Like, I get it if you don't want to do anything day of, and if you want to do something like on the weekend or a different day, just because places do get pretty packed up on Valentine's Day. For example, my ex and I, we used to, I would get her stuff on Valentine's Day, but then we wouldn't go on a Valentine's dinner until a different day, because it was super packed, like just waiting in line places. Not even 45, like an hour and a half. They don't let you make reservations that day just because they know they're going to be packed and slammed. So it's first come, first serve. Like, you guys know, you guys been out on Valentine's Day. It's chaos. So that's why I always say, like, we got to a point where we're just like, hey, like, let's do something on the weekend. We're still going to do something. I still get her stuff that day, but we didn't want to wait around, wait around, and then all of a sudden, what happens if you get shitty service because there's just so many people there? Because trust me, we've gone out when there was a shit ton of people, and I think we were more frustrated than anything. So instead of that happening, that's why you make arrangements, but not doing anything at all. That's worse. You know what I mean? Like this person is someone who is like they're a part of you. Why would you want people to see that you're treating her like crap or she's not like someone that looks like that would be with you? You know what I mean? Like that's why always say like I want someone who's like confident, a hustler, because I want them to give off those vibes too. You know what I mean? That way when they like see, I'm like, damn, they're meant for each other. Um, and again, like I said earlier, like I'm a king and I shall be treated like such. And I know she's a queen and she's gonna be treated like such, you know. And people don't really understand that. Like people get so comfortable. And I made the TikTok, and yes, that's the fault on two different like both parties. Meaning like it's the girl's fault because she lets the guy get away with this stuff, right? Like him, oh, he didn't get me nothing. Oh, okay. Oh, we didn't go out to dinner. Oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like you let him get away with so much stuff, and then we're to the point where he gets used to it, and that's normal. He's not. He's like, oh, she don't need anything. She's cool. She don't need anything. But low key, you want, like it's nice getting stuff at work, or even when you come home. Like trust me, fellas, like they want that, even if it's something little. Imagine like all the girls at work getting stuff, and she's the only one because you don't give her flowers because the flowers are for the dead, or you just didn't want to, or you know what I mean. Like it doesn't take that much to show a little bit of appreciation. Yes, you're supposed to appreciate them every day, but still, Valentine's Day is meant for that. And you should, and it's probably just like a reminder being like, hey, don't forget your girl's here, don't forget to treat her for something, treat her nice. But again, like people want to, I just don't understand how some guys can do that. They're every girl I've been with, like if we were together on Valentine's Day, like I've gotten them something, taking them to dinner and stuff like that. Like done spice, you know what I mean? Like, uh, but not doing anything, like I just can't see that. Like, even girls that I would like s- starting to talk with, not really anything serious, I still got them something. You know what I mean? Because if that's the person you're trying to be with, court, why wouldn't you get them something for Valentine's Day? Somebody else is going to. You know what I mean? And there's plenty of guys out here who will get your girl something. And so they're just waiting for you to slip up. Trust me, there's always a guy waiting for you to slip up, waiting for her to become single. Because the moment she becomes single, they're gonna slide right in and treat her like a queen, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, like you probably been talking." No, you were treating her like crap, and just because she moved on, because she got tired of your shit, like now it's a problem. A lot of the times a guy's ego, uh, which was mine too at one point, like I did not want to see her with anybody else. Like I refused to see her like be happy with anybody else. Like that was like an ego killer to me. you know and that's what kept me in some relationships too longer than I should have, because I was like, there's no other guy that's going to be with her, no other guy's going to touch her. I'm the one that's supposed to make her happy, I'm the one that's supposed to be doing that stuff. But there's always some other guy willing to do these things for the girl. And like it, they don't do little things like this, like get her something small for Valentine's Day or even their birthday. Like if they're not getting you anything for your birthday, Christmas, Valentine's Day, like all those special occasions, like something small. Again, it doesn't have to be crazy expensive. Some guys are like, oh, like I'm not gonna do anything to spend. No, that's not what I'm saying. Like you can do things that don't cost very much. For example, one time I wrote a postcard to a girl that I was gonna go see. Wrote the postcard, and like I sent it on a specific day. Well, I showed up to the post office, and I was like, hey, like when do I have to ship it for it to show up this day? And they're like, oh, well, like we send it this, but it would be there Thursday. I was like, no, no, no. I want it to be there this day. And so like I made that happen, right? Because I was gonna come and see her that day. I was gonna go over. It was a little bit of a travel, a little bit of a journey to go see her. So I was gonna show up towards the evening, so it was cool because I I shipped it right, and then she got it that day. She got it that day, and when I went to go pick her up, she didn't say anything. That's why I was like, did she get it or not? Like I was kind of like, this is only gonna work if she went to get her mail, and she did, and because she told me when she goes and gets her mail, and so I sent it. She got it, and on the postcard it was like, "Hey, excited to see you later," like yada yada yada. And then like when I got there and I picked her up, she got in the car and she was like, "You sent me a postcard?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Did you get it?" And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "That's nobody has ever done that," and especially how I did it. And it just took a little bit of time and thinking. I'm gonna go see her this day. I'm gonna be there that day. Let me send her something, just like something cool she's gonna get in the mail, and she's gonna be like, "Oh my god." She like went crazy over that I had showed up. Well, I sent the postcard. I showed up, and like she had gotten the postcard and read it, and then I showed up, right. It was like a whole plan thing, and she would just like didn't know what to say. She was like, "That was the coolest shit that somebody's ever done," and it wasn't like me spending a shit ton of money. Like I went and bought the postcard. It was like $2. Went and shipped it. I think it was like $6 or $8, something like that. I spent like what, no more than $10 on that like idea that probably was priceless because just how it I made it happen. Like, and but people over like think this that they're supposed to get like something super expensive. Like if I would have done a test, like gotten her maybe like something nicer, right? Something that costs probably like, let's just say like $150, right? Got her something that costs $150 and just gave it to her. She would have been like, "Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you so much." And that's what it would have been. Literally all it would have been. "Oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet. You didn't have to get me anything. Oh, it's so cool. Thank you." But me doing this, something that cost like $10, was you could tell like when she was talking, like she didn't know what to say. Like she was just, nobody had done something like that for her, and she just didn't know what to say. And like, let's just say the night went phenomenal. uh, but because it started great, not only did it start like it started before I even picked her up, and then we met up. Obviously, like we went through that, but I also had her like I had a rose, didn't even cost that much. Like went and got a rose and I gave it to her. It was just like one thing after another. I had made reservations somewhere. We went there. We went to go eat, get drinks, and afterwards we went dancing a little bit. And then we went back to, which was supposed to be my spot, like that I got, but we ended up going back to her spot. So, uh, so it was cool. It was cool. You know what I mean? Like, but that's what I mean. Like, it cost like $10, but people overthink the situations. Like, girls appreciate the little things, the little details that you can do for them. The little, if you put a little bit of thought into something, it can, you don't have to spend something stupid crazy. Of course, it's nice to get them something expensive, crazy every now and then. Like, of course, I'm not saying don't spoil them that way, but it doesn't have to be every time. It can just be little things. I've done scavenger hunts. I've sent letters. I've sent, small little things like that. Small little reminders, just to let her know that I'm thinking about her, and again, something that doesn't cost so much. That's why I'm always saying like it doesn't matter on your budget. It just matters on your effort. Like, what is your effort? Are you putting effort into this? Because if you're not, like obviously she's not. She's gonna be able to tell. So I mean, I went on a whole tangent there, but the biggest thing is just get her something. You know what I mean? Like get her something. There's always some other guy out there that's gonna get her something, and then you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, like I can't believe you're letting other no," and then she's gonna feel some type of way. She's gonna appreciate all these feelings, and then all of a sudden, guess what? Somebody steps out of the marriage, out of the relationship, because one person was lacking. Again, like there's many different reasons why people cheat and stuff like that. So I'm not saying this is the only one, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, just take a little bit of effort. Like I think I'm gonna do like a whole like class, or not a class, but like I'm gonna make like a little like thing that guys can purchase, where it's going to say like give different ideas that you can do, because again, people, guys especially, overthink the situation, and it doesn't have to be anything crazy. If you do these little things, shout out to the guys who are doing the little things for the girl, and you can see their girl's probably happy, doing well. But also, if you start doing these things, just know that you can't stop. Because when you stop putting in effort, just because you got her doesn't mean she's going to stay around forever, or just because you got her doesn't mean you can get comfortable, because you get comfortable and then all of a sudden, like, you're not putting in more effort, she's not putting in effort, you guys are arguing because no one's putting in effort. I know I recently recorded a TikTok where it's saying that they only are intimate once a month, and she has to initiate the intimacy, and sometimes it's just like he just finishes quick, and then he just like, "Oh, I'm good here, finish yourself off." Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't understand. And then people wonder why relationships don't work out. I was reading this article where it said that we like most men are only like into the relationship for 2 years. Like after 2 years, like things start changing. Okay, things start changing, meaning because they get comfortable, and so now they have that urge to feel those feelings again, the chase, or the those feelings you get when you're like being romantic with somebody, or like they're starting to flirt with you back, and all those like endorphins that you get, like you start craving those again. And with somebody you're with after 2 years, that obviously starts declining, but that's comes down to you and the other person, meaning like you guys have to find how to keep things interesting, how to keep things spicy, because if you guys just let it, after those 2 years, just let it go down, it's going to be very hard to get it back up, you know? So it's never going to come back up here. It's just going to go down, and then it might go back up. But that's because you guys let it go down here. If you guys just, obviously it's always going to go down, like the how you guys are to each other, but keeping it somewhat steady, like for example, like I always give this example as well. Some people hate cleaning, so they'll go like weeks without cleaning. So every time they clean, it's just a mess everywhere. But if you were to clean two like two quick times every week, your cleaning is a lot less. You know what I mean? And that's why, like, the same with relationships. Like, if you wait to do something like in 2 weeks, something great, you know, then now the next time it's going to be more effort. But instead, you could be doing little things throughout the day. I've seen some people like leave messages, and like, say one person goes earlier to work or something, a quick little message inside, be like, oh, that's cool. Like a quick little message, maybe even dropping a little gift card in there, like to Starbucks or something like that. Just like little things like that. Like, it doesn't have to be crazy. Maybe one day you're just like, hey, on Tuesdays, I'm going to wake up early so I can make her breakfast, that way, like, uh, I can show her that I appreciate, and just little things like that. It doesn't have to be, oh, like I need to plan a vacation or something. I need to buy her something expensive. No, again, this is what I mean. Like, a lot of guys overthink the situations, and it's just like the little things that you can do for her, you know, like, say, like I said, choose one day, and like Tuesdays, I'm gonna wake up early and cook for her. Thursdays, I'm gonna do this small thing. And then on the weekends, then you guys can just hang out and do whatever, and spend that quality time. But you're also putting in those efforts during the week. Um, because if you don't, then it's just gonna die off. Like, you're gonna get comfortable, you're gonna get uh the feelings are just gonna go away. There's not gonna be no spice left, no intimacy. And I always say it too, like, we're here for a short amount of time. And in that short amount of time, we have an even shorter amount of time where we can be spicy with each other. And you're gonna waste those years with somebody who is giving you not giving you anything, not giving you anything, or just getting his, not being really intimate and passionate with you. Because there's guys out there who will be intimate and passionate with you and give you those things that you're looking for, but yet you can't find him because you're stuck on this person, and you won't leave that person because you feel like for some reason that person is going to change. And if you've constantly told this person over and over, hey, you need to change, hey, you need to change, trust me, I was there too. Is he gonna change? Probably not. Like, I'm just being honest. Did I change? No. Like, when I was with my ex, like, we would have these arguments. I would fix it for a little bit, and then would go right back to the same thing over and over and over. Like, because I just didn't want to. Like, it's funny because I really don't talk about this part. Is I was just waiting for the right moment to leave. Which, when is the right moment? I don't know. I knew in my head, I already wanted to leave that relationship, like the one I was with for the longest time. I wanted to leave that relationship. Like in my head, I've already pictured myself single, broken up with her. It just, I was just waiting for the right time. And again, that right time was never gonna be there. She wanted to work things out. It would just like see, like I was already in my head, like I didn't want to do this anymore. She wanted to work it out. It wasn't going anywhere. We were just stuck in a cycle. For the whole ego thing, like I refused. I didn't want to see her with anybody else. I didn't want no other guy to be touching her and stuff like that. So I think that's what kept me in longer than I should have too. So that's why, like, putting in a little bit of effort, and I always put in a lot of effort into whatever I'm doing. That's why, like, I'm very selective on who I actually decide to be like, all right, I'm gonna put in some effort because, for it to not just work out again, you're just like, I don't want to waste any more time. I don't want to keep wasting time with this person. I don't want to waste time with people. That's why after my last relationship, I did say I was gonna take some time for myself, which has been like, well, I haven't been in a relationship in like 3 years, if not more. And it's, I've done a lot of shit for myself, and that's why I always tell people, like, when you're single, do single things and focus on yourself. You never know what might happen. You might start a business, you might start a side hustle, you might pick up new hobbies, you might figure out like a new career path that you thought you would have never been on, but you started focusing on that and it took you down this road. And sometimes you can't do that when you're in a relationship because you're focusing on the relationship, or if you have kids, now you're in mom mode, dad mode. So it distracts you on like things like that. I've been doing a lot of things for myself, and I cannot say how much satisfaction that brings me. You know, Again, yeah, it'd be cool to have somebody where you can talk to, also hang out with, but just seeing like how dating is at the moment with people, how exes get back together, are they in and out, like they're real wishy washy with you, shady, and I'm just like, let me just focus on me. Um, but if you have somebody, or if you're chasing somebody, meaning like you're trying to court somebody, put in some effort. Or even if you're with them already, like Valentine's Day for sure, $3 rose must. Like if that's what you can afford, that's cool. And I'm not saying that nothing's wrong with that. Like everybody's financial situation is different. Get her a rose. It costs like $3. Write her a letter. It's gonna cost you like $2. Okay. Um, but her birthday, same thing. Like it doesn't have to be anything crazy, expensive. Again, depending. But that should also be motivation too. Like, damn, like I really want to get her something nice. Like, what can I do to hustle, get more money, bring in more income to get me to that level? And I'm sure she's gonna support anything you're trying to do. It's just not investing time into your girl. Let me use an example, guys. For guys, like I remember when I was playing video games. I used to play video games like 8 to 10 hours a day, and man, was I good! I was killing it on Call of Duty. I was fucking. I was just destroying everything. Y'all can ask the people I used to play with on Modern Warfare 2. But that's because at first I wasn't that good, but just investing time, investing time, and it just, I got better. And the same things go with a relationship. Yeah, there's ups and downs, but it can be mainly ups if you're investing into it. Imagine if you put in a little bit of effort, how much happier this person is going to be, how less fights you guys are going to have, how much happier you're going to. I've seen some people, again, this is just on the outside looking in, but who knows what's going on inside, but they do a bunch of little things. They're always at doing this, doing that, because this person is your best friend. And again, like if I'm with somebody, I want them to have this confidence. I want them to be like that confidence that oozes out sexiness, and like, cause I want them to be like, oh shit, yeah, they're meant to be each other. Like, and then for people to see that I treat her like a queen, because that's how she should be treated. And that's how girls should be treated. Like if you're with somebody, nothing less than a queen. But it's people that let themselves um, get treated less than that. Like you're getting flowers every year, and then one year he's just like, oh, like I forgot to go get them. Be like, whoa, like get mad at him. Be like, all right, we'll go get him right now. Like don't let him get away with it, or bring it up. Be like, oh, you might just forget flowers again. You know, um, Even if it starts that argument, then if it starts that argument, then guess what? Now they know next year, hey, if I don't get her flowers, she's gonna get fucking pissed. I don't want her to get pissed, so I'm gonna go get her some flowers. And to say that they forgot the day, come on now. Especially with social media, like it's always things. Oh, on February 14th, I'm gonna do this, this, this. When I'm single, like I'm sure they've seen some sort of meme or some sort of post online. There's no excuse for it, and there's no excuse for not getting you anything because just doing something small, like say again, like it, you probably don't even have to spend money sometimes, but people overthink it. So just remember, this lady you're with or fellow you're with is your partner. This is part of you. Like some people are all about image, right? They want to be like, oh, so imagine you thinking you're the shit, but you treat your girl like shit, and people see that. They're just gonna be like, oh, he treats his girl like shit. Or if they're like, damn, he really treats his girl like a queen, and she treats him like a king. I want that. Because again, like if whoever's with me and is gonna be a part of me I'm gonna do what I can to lift them up too, and treat her like a queen. Like nothing less, ladies, like whoever you're with, if they're not giving you queen-like behavior, there's somebody out there who is gonna give you queen-like behavior. And the reason you haven't found that person yet is because you're still investing time to this other person who's not giving you that at all. So just think about that. So that was my big rant that I wanted to go off today, just because I really felt bad for those girls who were saying they didn't get anything for Valentine's Day, their birthday, Christmas. Like, I'm just like, how can some guy be with you and you guys been together for a while and they don't get you anything? Like, oh, they're like, oh, must be nice to get something. And see, like, why don't you show or tell that to your man? Oh, must be nice. All these people at work got stuff, but you're too fucking lazy to get me anything. Maybe some guy, you know what I mean? Like, put him on the spot, put him on blast. Even if it starts an argument, it's a good argument because this is you not letting them get comfortable. And that's the biggest thing. Don't let guys get comfortable, because trust me, I got comfortable, not in that sense, but in other ways. But we're so easy to get comfortable. And if you don't bring things up and start that argument, start that fight, then, they're just going to keep doing that. Just trying to avoid the fight or the argument by not saying anything. That's worse, because then, oh, it happened one year, it happened the next year, and then it's no longer a thing that this person does for you. And fellas, if they bring up things like that, it's because you're fucking up. You know what I mean? You're fucking up. And if this is really somebody you want to be with, you need to fix that, because it's only going to be a matter of time before this person checks out and you're going to be like, what happened? What happened now? Oh shit, now all of a sudden I got to try to fix this. I got to figure out what's going on. Yeah, I'm sure you guys seen those guys where they're just like out of nowhere. Now I'm trying to fix it. Now, no, because she's going to leave. No, make them feel that sooner. That way they fix their shit sooner. And if they don't want to fix it, ah. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for always tuning in, always listening. Make sure you guys give us a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with your friends, whatever the case. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram. Everything is linked in the bio. Is it the bio or the description? So anyways, I'll see you guys later.